Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. The 2023 season of MotoGP is upon us. We've just seen a bit of the winter testing a couple of days ago, and Pecco Bagnaia, Luca Marini, the Ducatis, Marco Bezzecchi as well, very fast, are looking damn strong. But today this is all about Jonas Folger and the KTM. Big thank you to SirChioXXIII for making the number for Jonas Folger, being able to use that for my own rider to simulate an idea of using Jonas Folger here in MotoGP 22. Now, since it is the testing, I thought it would be appropriate to come here to Malaysia in the Sepang circuit. It's not quite a test session. We do have other riders on the track, and that is just due to the form of it being a free practice session. Now, I actually really enjoyed recording this one. It was something different. I don't tend to use the KTM very often, but when I have used it, I've quite enjoyed my time with the Austrian manufacturer's bike. So yeah, the RC16 feels pretty good, and considering we're halfway through our MotoGP 22 season, very much looking like we could win the World Championship in our rookie year with the LCR Honda, might have to consider moving over to the Red Bull KTM for the next season. I guess that's down to you guys to influence me and let me know which one you want me to choose for the next season. Still not really applied for any offers yet from any particular team, but keen to see what we get offered after we win, or if we win, the World Championship. Now, regarding MotoGP coming back obviously to 2023 with the sprint races and more excitement for the 2023 campaign of MotoGP, I am keen to see if you guys want to see the old race recap videos that I used to do on the Monday nights. If you want to see those again, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to do a poll very, very soon, probably towards when MotoGP actually begins in March. So keep an eye out for that poll. Let me know what you want to do, and we can start discussing the race recaps. And I can give you my opinions and feedback from the MotoGP races. So we now go firm on the brakes for the first corner here in Sepang, trailing in behind Alex Rins. We do run it deep into the first corner, so unfortunately that may mean that we will not improve. But my goal is to, if we're getting that close to the 157s, and I want to be in the 157s with the second power option, trying to use a lot of the ride height device here as well in Malaysia, just to use it as well. I'm trying to start appreciating the ride height device rather than shunning it. I've been using it a lot in my MotoGP career mode. I think it just feels right. You know, it's meant to be there. It's a button to click, and the ride height device certainly does help to avoid wheelies, and I'm trying to find circuits now where I can actually use it effectively. It doesn't always work by just using it every single straight. Sometimes it can be a bit of a hindrance. But also, at the same token, it does benefit, especially turn 2 or turn 3 in the Kimi ring when you come down the long straight. Coming out of that corner in such a low gear and then firing it up to full throttle, it's quite important to have the ride height device applied. Couple of corners as well from the Saxon ring, from the Saxon curve all the way down to turn 1. Putting the ride height device on there helps you get over the rise without wheeling too much. So the tyre options I've chosen in this one was the hard front and the medium rear. The medium rear could be a little bit of a gamble. In the pits it was judging to be hard front and hard rear, so I'm assuming the rest of the riders have gone for that, but for us, I'm happy to use the medium rear. I think I can balance the throttle quite nicely and not exactly thrash the hell out of the KTM on its rear tyre. So up at the inside of Alex Rins, a bit of a nudge to the Spaniard. We now bring on the power and go down the back straight. So across the line we will go. 1.4 seconds, we were quicker than Alex Marquez. We didn't improve, we lost around 0.5 of a second from going wide into turn 1 and then exchange with Alex Rins a moment ago. Oh goodness me, Rins was extremely close to the rear tyre of Jonas Folger there. Would be great to see Jonas Folger doing a wildcard race. I know Danny Pedrosa is apparently going to be doing a wildcard race with MotoGP this season. I didn't see which track it would be. Very, very likely to be the Austrian home circuit, or the Red Bull Ring. But as a matter of fact, you've got the Red Bull Ring to look forward to very, very soon in their MotoGP career mode. Silverstone first, and then the Red Bull Ring. I'll possibly get those done for you this week, so you can see the action unfold of 2 fantastic Grand Prix. We went a bit tight to the apex just a moment ago for the 6th corner. And that really cost us a bit of time. Lost around a tenth, maybe a little bit more, a tenth and a half perhaps, as I'm still pushing to improve the lap time. The goal is to get into the 157s. I thought we'd be there by now, but of course not exactly a clean lap in the second lap a moment ago, so still got to keep on pushing. So back over to the right hand side now for turn 11. Keep it in nice and tight and gradually bring on the power. And then back over to the left for turn 12. Quite like the feeling of the KTM. You know, it's really growing on me. I wasn't a big fan of the Honda at first, but the more I've played MotoGP 22 and the more I've used the Honda, the more I'm beginning to appreciate it. I don't think any of the bikes really feel as good as the Yamaha, at least for me. But so far, this KTM feels pretty nice. Not had a thrilling battle with the RC16, but with some of the other bikes, could say that I've had some very enjoyable experiences. But coming out to the final corner, ride height device enabled, and we aren't going to improve. Alex Marquez in the middle of the circuit caught me off guard there in the penultimate corner, so unfortunately I didn't really have much confidence going in to that corner. Now back into the right-hander for turn 1. Of course, guys, if you are enjoying the content, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. Big thank you to the recent DrAce members, from SirChioXXIII to Jojo1969, Zio, Jeffrey De Monte and Alessandro, for joining the DrAce membership. The membership gives you priority comments and even exclusive emojis to use within the DrAce live streams. So back over into another left-hander, this time for turn 5. Left-hand side of the tyre for both the hard front and the medium rear looks pretty solid right now. I'm quite happy with the consistency that we've got going with those tyres. I don't want them to be too hot, certainly don't want them to get too cold either, but we also don't want to burn them up on one side. Currently 9/10 of a second quicker than Enea Bastianini, the man who finished runner-up in the World Championship this season, of course. 3rd best for Enea Bastianini. So back into the left-hander for turn 9. Quick change of direction here. In anger we move over to turn 10. And they've got to position it right here for the 11th corner. Go tight to the apex, but not too tight, because that's a rumble strip that will send you down. So just be very careful if you're trying to replicate my performance today. Don't be going near the apex of turn 10. So turn 13, very innocuous corner. Run it a little bit deep and then bring it in tight. Then, of course, opportunity to bring on the acceleration and give it everything you've got down the back straight. So here we go then. On the brakes, it will approach. Can we go around the outside? Miguel Oliveira's in the way. No longer on board the KTM, of course. Miguel Oliveira will be with the Aprilia, with the RNF team. Not sure when that's the unveiling is going to be. I believe that might be in March in the early stages. And of course, Repsol Honda being the next bike to unveil their livery. Comes up very soon, I think. Actually, as a matter of fact, I think it's this weekend. I don't have much hopes of them changing anything. But who knows? Maybe they'll come with something absolutely drastically different. Or they'll keep the same thing they've had for the past 20 years. Answers on a postcard, please. So firm on the brakes once more. Going into the right-hander. We're up, actually, this time around. And I think, judging by the fuel that we have, this will be the last lap of today's video. So it's all down to this. I want to get into the 157s with Jonas Folger. Back over to the right for turn 6. Once again, big thanks to SirChioXXIII for making the number. This video wouldn't have been made possible without him making the iconic 94 from Jonas Folger. I'll show you a better look at that towards the end of the video, but for now, charging down. Always aim here for the underneath the sort of shadow there for the Michelin signs. So we go into the left-hander, using a bit of rear brake to slow the RC16 down. KTM's quite strong in this particular part, so I'm pretty confident with a nice smooth braking. Oh, we got a little bit loose. We should have an opportunity here to get into the 157s. Back over to turn 12. A little bit deep there. Kind of prefer to go tighter in, but it's still good. We're still okay. And now once again on the brakes. Keep it in nice and tight. Precision. Really precise there. As we'll go underneath the DHL sign with massive power, massive speed. As long as we get the brakes here, we're going to get the job done. Joan Mir's in the middle of the circuit. At least he got out of the way. Bastianini to the left as we now go into the left-hander for the final time. 2 tenths up. It was a 3 tenths a moment ago, but I think this will be enough. across the line it will be a 157, and that is the Sepang test with Jonas Folger on board the KTM RC16. So there is the 94 created by SirChioXXIII. Jonas Folger's 94 looks fantastic on board the KTM, and it looks really good within the game, so thanks to the Belgian ace for making this video possible. So there you go then, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. We did get the 57s in the end, and I rather enjoyed using the KTM RC16. Let me know if you want me to do another video with a specific bike and you want me to give some feedback. I'm more than happy to do so. But upon that note, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Consider becoming a DrAce pit crew member, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.